Three paths split beneath my feet. Ash and bone, the air tastes sweet. Veil of night undone shone. Call the queen who walks. Blind through mirrors, fed on shadows dressed as truth. Held a silence like a secret, bled devotion from my youth. Every lie I called protection, every chain I named as choice. Now the dark begins to tremble at the echo of your voice. Keys that distance, dogs that howl between the worlds. I feel you in the threshold where the unseen is unfurled. Hecate, torch in the abyss. Light the truth I tried to miss. Strip the veil from what I hide. Stand with me at every side. Mother of the midnight flame, call me out, unmask my name. If it breaks me, let it be. Bring the hidden into me. I have clung to quiet ruin, dressed in comfort, crowned in fear. Built a temple out of waiting, prayed for signs that never appear. But your fire does not comfort, it devours what is false. Every doubt becomes an offering, every truth a sharpened cross. Footsteps echo in the darkness, not behind me but within. Every shadow turns to witness, every silence, every sin. Hecate, keeper of the keys, unlock what I dare not see. Split into the seam, wake me from this softened dream. Triple formed in night's embrace, show me every hidden face. Even if I cannot flee, bring the buried out of me. At the crossroads I surrender, not to safety but to sight. Let the chaos be my teacher, let the terror be the light. No more waiting in the in-between, no more silence dressed as peace. If the truth must come like thunder, let it strike and never cease. Hecate, flame beyond the veil, guide me where the wake ones fail. Through the dark I choose to see what was always calling me. Torchbearer I invoke, every hidden word unspoken. Break me open, set me free. There is no more dark in me. I call to Hecate in the liminal hour. Silence blooms with unseen power. The edge of paths I cannot name. You stand in shadow, crowned in flame. Keys that open what is sealed. Truth and darkness half revealed. Threefold gaze that sees through time. Past and future made divine. Mistress of the in-between, keeper of what's never seen. Every threshold bends to you, every hidden thing they try. shadows stretch where the night splits in two. A whisper in smoke says I've been watching you. Keys on my tongue, I taste every door. You don't walk alone like you did before. Footsteps echo where the lost ones roam. Every path you fear I have called my home. You feel me heavy in the quiet. Turn around slowly, I am there. Don't ask the light to make you whole. There's a fire beneath your soul. At the crossroads I wait for you, where the dark feels deep but the pull is true. With a torch in one hand and the other fate. If you're ready to see, then step through the gate. I don't lead you where it's safe or straight. I lead you where you become your fate. Call my name when the night won't break. At the crossroads I wait. Black dogs howl when the veil gets thin. Every ending's just a way back in. I wear your fear like a silver crown. Break it open, I won't turn you down. Graves don't scare me, I dance with dust. Truth is sharper than your fragile trust. If you're trembling, then you're close enough. Transformation isn't meant to be soft. Every lock you've ever known was waiting for your hand alone. At the crossroads I wait for you, where the old self dies and the new cuts through. With a flame that reveals what you tried to hide, and a voice that won't leave you a place to lie. I don't promise you peace or grace, I promise you truth you can't erase. Call my name when your shadows wake. At the crossroads I wait. Keeper of keys, watcher of night, guide of the lost between wrong and right. Blood and moon, bone and flame, lose who you were, remember your name. At the crossroads I wait for you. Every version of you I see straight through. With the past in ashes and the future untamed, step into power, be unchained. I don't call you unless you're ready to. Midnight night, mother dripping sky. Necklace singing where the eagles die. You step in time with the enemy. A blade in bloom, fierce divinity. I build a throne out of fragile names. Identity stitched in borrowed flames. You left then everything I've been falls like dust beneath your skin. You don't comfort, you reveal every illusion I made feel real. With every breath you take it down, strip me naked of my crown. Oh, Kelly, burn through me. Skull by skull, you clear the way through the night into new day. No reflection left to hold, only fire, only soul. Oh, Kylie, and in me, everything I cannot be. No more self for me to save, only one survives the grave. Mother dark, I finally see. You destroy to set me free. In your chaos I am still. Nothing left, and nothing will. Midnight skin and a crown of flame. You dance where fear forgets its name. Skull garland swinging to your breath. You wear the rhythm of life and death. Tongue of truth, red and wild. You break the lie, you free the child. Every illusion falls apart when you step into the trembling heart. No mercy for what must decay. No sorrow when it's stripped away. You cut the cords we couldn't see and call that sacred liberty. Cali, Cali, dark divine. Time itself bends in your spine. Mother fierce, destroyer bright. You tear the veil and birth the light. Cali, Cali, take it all. Ego rises just to fall. In your chaos I am free. You end what I can never be. Standing on the silent God, you crush the weight, you break the fraud. Power pulsing through your veins. You turn our pleasure into pain, but pain that cleans, pain that wakes, the kind that only truth can make. You don't comfort, you reveal the wound beneath what we conceal. Every mask is burned to ash, every falsehood torn and slashed. You are the storm we try to flee, but you are what we're meant to be. Cali, Cali, burning black. No past remains, no turning back. Mother wild, unchained and vast. You devour the future and the past. Cali, Cali, sacred knife. You carve illusion out of life. In your fury I can see the death of what was never me. No prayer too dark for you to hear. No shadow you would ever fear. You live inside the edge we dread. The voice that whispers let it end. But in that ending something grows. A deeper truth the spirit knows. You are the void, the womb, the flame, the end that calls a truer name. Take my pride, take my disguise. Take the blindness from my eyes. If I must break to finally see, then let your darkness swallow me. Cali, Cali, endless night. You are terror, you are light. Mother fierce eternally. You destroy to set me free. Cali, Cali, I surrender to the blade and to the ember. In your chaos I believe. You take away so I can. I rise from the ashes you buried in shame. Painted in darkness, but I am not tame. Bones in my footsteps, I dance where you fall. You built your illusions, I'm breaking them all. I wear every fear that you tried to deny. Drink from the truth you were too scared to try. You call me chaos, you call me sin, but I'm the end and where you begin. cord, break the chain. Nothing true can die in flame. Behind your eyes, I am the fire that calls your name, the sacred rage, the holy flame. Every ending I create is the doorway into fate. I don't destroy what's truly real, only the masks you learn to feel. If you're ready, daughter of shadow, bride of the sea, where roots drink silence and gods go unseen. I call your name through the bones of the earth, through buried memory, death into birth. Seeds in my mouth, pomegranate stain, sweet little wound that remembers the pain. You walk where truth wears a veil made of night, and tear it open to bleed into light. Queen of the hidden, keeper of flame, nothing I bury escapes your name. Break every mirror I hid myself in, let what is sacred begin in my sin. Oh, persephone, rise in me from the grave of what I refuse to see. Bring the dark into the light, make it holy, make it right. Unmask the lie, undo the spell, pull the heaven out of hell. If I must fall to become whole, then take the throne inside my soul. Cold hands cradle the truth I deny, soft as decay but it never will lie. Rot into roses, ash into gold, every secret is begging be told. I hear you breathe in the depths of my chest, where fear builds kingdoms and calls it protect. But you are the hunger that strips me bare, a beautiful violence, a sacred tear. No more hiding, no more disguise. You are the dark behind my eyes. Open the gate, let it all come through. Nothing untrue can survive in you. Oh, Persephone, rise in me from the grave of what I refuse to see. Bring the dark into the light, make it holy, make it right. Unmask the lie, undo the spell, pull the heaven out of hell. If I must fall to become whole, then take the throne inside my soul. I offer the silence, I offer the wound, I offer the parts I buried too soon. I offer the shadow I fear to name, set it on fire, return it as flame. Half in the grave, half crowned in spring. Teach me the death that makes me sing. Strip me to truth, no mask, no plea. Let what I am finally be seen by me. Oh, Persephone, bloom in me, in the dark where I'm meant to be. Every fear now turn to sight, every shadow crowned in light. No more exile, no more divide. You are the Just the petals you laid at my feet. Golden light dancing under me. In a world where nothing ever had to die, I didn't know the cost of a goodbye. Then the earth split open, called my name. Not with fear, but a hidden flame. Something in me answered low, a truth I didn't yet know. You think it was taken, you think I was lost. Every descent has its cost. Half in bloom, half in bone, half in a world that I outgrew. One hand in light, one in the dark. I learned to live in the in-between truth. I am the sea that chose the grave, the girl who turned and wasn't safe. But something deeper took my throne. Now I am mine, I am bold. Pomegranate stain on my lips like a vow. You see a prison, I see power now. Every shadow taught me my name. Every silence sharpened my flame. I walk with ghosts and I don't break. I feel the earth with every step I take. Spring still lives inside my chest, but it blooms differently in the depths. You call it darkness, I call it home. There's life in places you've never known. I'm half in